Rescue the intel agents is one that can be difficult to not that difficult depending on your foreknowledge of the mission and what you choose to bring with you. It's relatively difficult sometimes if you're just doing it blind, and it's especially difficult if you don't bring D-Dog or Nocto or something like that to spot people, because the first guy can be pretty hard to find. Otherwise, we're just bringing kind of standard gear. We're not going to need very much, and we're going to wear the river swamp camo just because a couple of the areas around Gazeba Camp tend to be that kind of swampy territory. First things first, though, we need to actually ride to the swampy area north of the camp where the first agent has escaped, because he's being hunted for, and so we need to go after him first. Fortunately, with Nocto, we're able to kind of notice where the search parties are. The trick here is, though, they do kind of move around a lot, and I can't Fulton anybody, so as soon as they notice each other unconscious, they're probably going to be annoyed. And it being daytime as well, can be a little tricky to get these guys. Now, for some reason, that guy's friend wandered away in just such a way that he didn't seem to really notice him at all. Not sure why that is exactly, but it gives me the opportunity to come around here to this area. Now, normally the guy is hiding there, but I got here early enough that he isn't quite there yet. That's fine. So we will just kind of sneak out this way. He'll also give us the location of the second prisoner, who's basically in the same area as the female prisoner on Lingua Franca. Slightly different spot, but pretty much near the same area. Those spots are from wolves or wild dogs or whatever. They don't count, so don't worry about being seen by them because they can't raise an alert. And we'll put our guy on D-Horse and ride him over. Now the problem is, if we're going to extract by land, we have two guys to extract. One can't be Fulton. We wouldn't be Fultoning him anyway. But there's still enough where I don't need a chopper, so what I'm going to need here is a vehicle instead of D-Horse, because I can only carry one person on him. Fortunately, there's a truck right here, or a Jeep right here, and what I did there is I deliberately missed that guy. I shot the wall. Tranquilizer shots don't get treated as if they're bullet impacts, so while people will hear a sound from the tranquilizer hitting something and turn around to look at it, they treat it like a magazine or another distraction like that. They'll just turn and look at it, and if nothing else happens, they will get bored and go back to whatever they were doing. So I just did that so he wouldn't spot me taking his Jeep. Though he might not have spotted me anyway, so who knows. I could have left this guy on D-Horse and just whistled to teleport him, but I wasn't sure if I needed to do that or not, so let's just get the whole Jeep and drive it over to where the second prisoner is, just going wide around the camp, towards the side on the southeast, kind of. That's the easiest way to approach the prison area anyway, so may as well do it. The terrain handling in Jeeps is questionable. I think the Soviet one handles terrain a little bit better than the Africa one, which is interesting because I think Afghanistan has more roads to drive on that are convenient and not looked over, whereas Africa just feels a lot more bumpy. So if you're going to be going to Africa and you're bringing your own Diamond Dogs Jeep, I recommend the Soviet one, but it doesn't really matter. In this case, there's a sniper, same spot as in Lingua Franca, looking the same direction, so largely useless, and then there's one or two guys in the prison area. Now, unlike Lingua Franca, there aren't quite as many people who are going to wander around and spot bodies and such, so with any luck, we don't have to worry about them. I kind of had a messy escape from those guys. And this time it hopefully will be a bit smoother. It's difficult to aim with the Burkov sometimes. The upgraded version of the Trank Burkov has much better iron sights, but I'm stuck with these because it's cheaper. So I will just hold up the sniper while I'm here. Snipers are bad news, pretty much always, just because of their incredibly high vision. So we won't worry about that. So there's this guy who's wandering up and down the top of the hill. He may or may not see me. And then there's the other guy near the cages themselves. He's the one guarding the prisoner. So I'll just take them both down. Don't technically have to. You can definitely wait for them to kind of turn their backs and then sneak in and get the other intel agent, especially because he's down here in this pit. So you can just kind of wait down in the pit until nobody's looking your way after you pick him up. At this one you can't Fulton. I believe you can Fulton number one, the first intel agent, but this guy's wounded, so you have to either call the chopper or get him out on land. Since we're not Fultoning anyway, we have his friend still in the Jeep, but we do have spare seats, so that should be no problem. The only thing to worry about right now is making sure that we're not spotted getting out of here. I may have stood up and started running a little too early, but I didn't get caught doing it, so everything worked out. Alrighty. Now we'll just go the opposite direction. Hope we don't run into any patrols. We should be out of here after a little while. There we go.
That's the way.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only.